Alright, so for apostrophes, there's two things that they test you on: possession and contractions. For example, one step is that if you can't cite a reason to use an apostrophe, don't use one. So for possession, the example is, with the Bible in particular, the printer's intentions were clear. So the part underlined is the printer's intentions, which they're trying to see if it shows possession. So for the first one, there's no change. So the printers, since it's plural, there should be apostrophe after, which shows that the possession of a plural group. For B, the printer's intentions, there's no apostrophes, which is incorrect because the printers definitely had some possession, so you can cross B. For C, the printer's intentions, which meant that both the printers and the intentions both had some form of possession, which is obviously not right because intentions can't have possession, so that's wrong. And the C is the printer's intentions, and there's no possession on intentions again, so that's wrong. So the correct answer is no change, which is A. For contractions, the example is, these indicators eventually become the punctuation marks that we use today, and it's because of these little squiggles that a writer can share their words with such a vast group of readers. So here we're looking at the contraction it's, or it is, and there, to see if it's they are or another form of the word there. So for A, you have it's or it is because when you read it and it says today, we use today, and it is because, which works, and then there shows possession, so that's the correct there. So you can keep A. For B, you can say it is again. No, sorry, it's just it's, which doesn't work, and that's the wrong there. So you can cross B. That's the correct. For C, it's the correct it is, but when you say share they are, which is wrong, you can't say they are work. And the same thing for D. So the correct answer again is A, no change. Alright, so when you do the picking numbers technique, there are 5 steps that you need to use. First, identify your variable, X. Second, plug in a number for the variable. Work out the steps for the problem. Then circle the target number, and then use process of elimination to see which one is your right answer. Some helpful tips are to try to find numbers that are straightforward and easy to do, like 2, 3, 5, and 10. Then your number will also be good if they fit the requirements. So if it says less than 0, then you have to be a negative number. If you're greater than 0, a positive number. A third step is try to avoid using 0 and 1 whenever possible. Then you want to check all 4 answers and see if the relationship works. So, an example. The question is, if b over 6 is equal to x plus 1 over 3, what is the value of x in terms of b? So you want to pick a number to represent b and write it down so you remember it. So we're having b is equal to 2. So then when you plug in 2 in the original problem, you get 2 over 6 is equal to x plus 1 over 3, which gets you 1/3 is equal to x would be 0 and it equals to 1/3. So your target value is equal to 0, and you want to circle that so you remember that. So then you want to plug in 2 for b in all your answer choices to see which one you get 0. So in the first one, 3 times 2 would be 6, minus 1 would be 5, so you get 5 over 6. So you can cross that one. For b, you can get 2 minus 6, which is negative 4, divided by 2, which is negative 2. So you can cross that one. C is, you get 2 minus 2, which is 0, over 2, which is just equal to 0. So you can keep that one. And for the last one, you get 2 minus 2 minus 1, which is, 2 times 2 minus 1 would be 3. So you can cross that one. So your answer is C.
Okay, sometimes in the SAT, you're going to get a dual passage essay. Okay. Okay? And you'll get questions that are pertaining to both essays. So what you gotta do is for a question like this where the main purpose of each passage, right? What's the main purpose? So you gotta find all the topics that both passages talk about and narrow down from there which topics are most important and relevant. So, in each passage, the authors make an argument how the internet activity improves brain functions, right? So let's see which answer choice pertains to that topic, okay? Well, C does not make sense because it's not talking about media use on the brain. C, take a position. Well, none of the authors take a position. B, report on a problem. They're not reporting on any problems in the passage, so you're left with A, where compare brain function in those who play games on the internet and those who browse it. And that's what both the authors are talking about. So the answer choice is A.
On the SAT, you're going to face some really long passages, so let me give you some strategies to face those long passages. First, that little small paragraph above the passage underneath the directions is called the blurb. You want to read the blurb first. Then you want to organize the questions from shortest amount of time to longest amount of time to do it. Then you want to read the window, which is 5 up and 5 down. We'll get to these examples in a second. I'm just giving you the gist. Then you want to formulate a question for the answer choices. Then you use process of elimination to decide your answer. So, out of our SAT mock test packet that we took, I chose the birds flying in a V passage. So, after you read the blurb, this passage is adapted from Patricia Walden, Why Birds Fly in a V Formation. Next, you want to organize your questions. You look at them, you're like, that seems like it'll take too long. This one, nope. All right. Here's an easy one. As used in line 72, ripple most nearly means, because it'll give you a straightforward answer. All you have to do is look in the passage. So next, you want to read the window. Let's go back to the passage. Find line 72 right there. Go 5 up. I'm not going to go 5 up because it's mid-sentence, so I'm going to start here. They plan to investigate how animals decide who sets the course and pace, and whether mistake by the leader can ripple through the entire flock. Then you go 5 down. It's a pretty impressive piece of work, as it does suggest that there's a lot more to learn, says Ty Hedrick, etc., etc., etc. So, you look at that. Now, you want to formulate a question for the answers. You look at the question, you say, fluctuate? What does that mean? Fluctuate. I don't know if that really means context. Spread? Maybe. Wave? Nah, it's not talking about physical waves. And undulate? Come on. So, you look at it. Now you want to use process of elimination. A, no. C, no. D, no. Wait, spread? That seems the most logical. We're going to go with spread.
If x is a positive integer such that x plus 1 over 2 equals 3 over 16, what is the value of x? So this is you're going to plug in for this. So it gives you A, B, C, D, and E, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you're going to write the equation x plus 1 over 2 equals 3 over 6 and substitute the x for the plug-in value. So for here you plug in 1, here 2, here 3, here 4, here 5, and then you solve it. And then for this, it equals 1. 1 does not equal 3 over 16. That's wrong. 3 over 4 does not equal 3 over 16. That's wrong. 1 over 2, not 3 over 16. Wrong. 5 over 16, not 3 over 16. 6 over 32 simplified is 3 over 16, which equals 3 over 16. Therefore, 5 is your answer.
Alright, my name is Chris Sanford, and I got stop, half stop, and go punctuation. Stop punctuation would be a period, a semicolon, a common plus fanboys, which is for and or but or yes, so a question mark or exclamation mark. Half stop punctuation would be a colon or a long dash. A go punctuation would be a comma or just no punctuation at all. The key things that you need to key in on these punctuations are stop punctuation can link only complete ideas. Half stop punctuation must be preceded by a complete idea. And go punctuation can link anything except two complete ideas. So for the examples here, you have, for stop, you have these volumes had to be transcribed by hand, comma, paper was very expensive. So A is wrong because you need to change it. Yeah, you need to change it. And then C is wrong because there's no punctuation at all. This isn't go punctuation, this is stop punctuation. D is wrong because you have one too many commas. So your answer will be D. For go punctuation, it says, as a result, comma, most books prior to the 1400s were written in scriptura continua, which had no spaces, comma, no punctuation, comma, and no capitalization and no punctuation. So your answer for go would be, it wouldn't be A because you need to change the punctuation. It wouldn't be B. No, it is B. I lied. It's B. Because you need a comma before because you're listing something. And you need an Oxford comma to go with this, since it's not a fanboy. For half stop punctuation, it says there must be a better way, comma, when we look at the history of punctuation. However, we become newly appreciative of our punctuation marks. So, it's not no change because you obviously need to change something. It's half stop. That would be go. It's not B because there's still no punctuation change. It's not C because we're not talking about go punctuation, we're talking about half stop punctuation. So it has to be D because it's the only one with a comma. A colon. And that's facts.
The SAT uses all of these strategies to help us get a better score.